I'm not Dave Karger, but this is a Century of Cinema, a presentation we offer at the historic Plaza Theater in Miamisburg on the first and third Wednesdays of each month, except December. In 2023, we opened the Century of Cinema to the general public and have attracted over 30 first-time presenters. Their presentations were so good, we invited some to join us here. Next up, Kelly's Heroes. Here's Doug Kotnik.
1945, Allied forces are making their push toward Berlin and the ultimate end of the war in Europe. Hundreds of American and British bombers pound the city, destroying most of the buildings, including the Reichsbank, which housed Germany's gold reserves. The bank held an estimated $21 billion in gold, currency, and stolen art. The Nazis decide to move most of the loot to a potassium mine in Merkers, Germany, for safekeeping. Later that spring, however, General George Patton's Third Army surprised the Germans and captured most of the treasure. Fast forward to 1957, when a young screenwriter named Troy Kennedy Martin reads an entry in the Guinness Book of World Record which caught his attention. It read, "The greatest robbery on record was that of the German National Gold Reserve in Bavaria by a combine of U.S. military personnel and German civilians in June 1945. A total of 730 gold bars valued at £3,528,000, together with 6 stacks of banknotes and 25 boxes of platinum bars and precious stones, disappeared in transit, but none of those responsible have ever been brought to trial." That was the inspiration for the movie Kelly's Heroes. Released in 1970, the movie was filmed in what is now the former Yugoslavia. The country was chosen because it had an unusually large number of tanks left over from the Second World War, including American Sherman tanks and Russian T-34 tanks, which could be painted to look like the German Tiger tanks. Star Clint Eastwood was coming off a string of hit spaghetti westerns, had signed on to do the movie mostly as a favor to his friend and favorite director, Don Siegel, who had agreed to direct the film. However, Siegel ran into post-production problems with another Eastwood film, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, and had to back out. Brian Hutton was then hired to direct the film. Eastwood wanted to back out, but he had already signed his contract. Co-star Donald Sutherland was a rising star with hit movies like The Dirty Dozen and another hit war comedy, MASH, under his belt. Sutherland had a very tumultuous filming, to say the least. It was during filming that Sutherland contracted viral meningitis and was deathly ill. So much so that a telegram was sent to his wife urging her to come to Yugoslavia, fearing her husband may not make it. He did, of course, survive, but his wife would go on to have troubles of her own. During filming in 1969, Eastwood had received word that Sutherland's wife, Shirley Douglas, mother of Keither Sutherland, had been arrested by undercover FBI agents for trying to buy hand grenades for the Black Panthers. She was caught because she tried to make the purchase with a personal check. Story goes that when Eastwood was informing Sutherland of the news, when he got to the part about the personal check, both men fell to the ground laughing. Sutherland and his wife would later divorce in 1970. Co-star Don Rickles, who actually served in World War II in the United States Navy, by this time he was already a stand-up comedy star in Vegas and a staple on the Dean Martin roast. Co-star Telly Savalas, who, like Sutherland, had also had a breakout performance in The Dirty Dozen, would go on to star as the lollipop-loving, no-nonsense detective Kojak, for which he would earn an Emmy and 2 Golden Globes. Incidentally, Telly Savalas' brother, George Savalas, plays the role of Sergeant Mulligan in the movie. And that's what's always interested me about this film, is how many lesser-known actors would go on to have very successful careers, and some become household names. Carroll O'Connor, of course, who went on to star as Archie Bunker in the groundbreaking All in the Family. Gavin MacLeod, who would star as Murray in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and later as the lovable Captain Stubing on The Love Boat. Stuart Margolin, who would win 2 Emmy Awards for his character Angel Martin on The Rockford Files with James Garner. Character actor Len Less, who appeared in movies like The Outlaw Josie Wales, but you may remember him better as Uncle Leo on Seinfeld. You may not know the name Jeff Morris, who plays Cowboy in the movie, but you might remember him as Bob from Bob's Country Bunker in The Blues Brothers. Speaking of The Blues Brothers, I will leave you with this last little nugget of trivia. The man that directed that movie, John Landis. Yes, that John Landis, who went on to direct such films as Animal House, The Blues Brothers, Coming to America, and American Werewolf in London. At the time, Landis was just a lowly production assistant on the set of Kelly's Heroes. He begged director Brian Hampton to give him a small part in the movie. He very much wanted to say that he was in a movie with Clint Eastwood. Hutton agreed, and if you look closely, John Landis is credited with playing Sister Mary Stigmata, one of the nuns that our heroes encounter while trying to steal the gold.
Thanks, Doug. Be sure to visit the gorgeously restored Plaza Theater and our 38-foot wide movie screen, 4K laser projection, and a world-class surround sound system. Visit myplazatheater.com for showtimes and events. The historic Plaza Theater is located in beautiful downtown Miamisburg with unlimited free parking, shops to browse, and fabulous nearby dining options. Hope to see you soon at the Plaza.